Hello, and allow me to introduce myself. My name is Becky, and I am a cycle breaking empowerment coach for women looking to break free from the toxic bonds that bind them, as well as create a lasting and healthy change for their children. Why would I possibly want to take on this absolutely taboo topic? It's not exactly something that one brings up in polite conversation, right? As a matter of fact, when I tell people that I went no contact with my parents, I've heard a myriad of things. You must be an awful daughter, your poor parents. I also have 4 children. So it's, oh, you're keeping your children away from your parents and the experience of having grandparents. So trust me, I get it. I understand. It's not an easy subject. But like many things in life, the things that are the hardest to do are often the most worthwhile and honestly necessary for your own survival. So I'm just going to go into my background a little bit. If it resonates with you, awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay too. I understand that I am not for everyone, but again, I come from a place of personal experience, and I think that my value as my own life experience expert is absolutely necessary. And I hope that I can just be a gift to others who may be struggling in this same arena. 6 years ago, I made the hardest and most freeing decision of my life. I went no contact with my parents. My father was a narcissist, and my mother was his enabler. After decades of swinging between setting limits and letting them back into my life and my children's lives, the emotional toll became unbearable. But what finally broke me wasn't just the damage to my own mental health. It was seeing how their toxic behaviors were affecting my children and my parenting. As I've stated, I am a mom. I have 4 children, ages at the time of this recording anyways, 21, 13, 9, and 3. Yes, I know, it's a lot. So as I'm speaking to my fellow parents, my fellow moms, I understand. Now, I remember the exact conversation that sealed my decision. Both my parents were smokers. Another thing in my life is my daughter has a rare genetic condition that affects her lungs, and they need to be protected at all costs. So we stopped visiting their smoke-filled home and set up a firm rule when they visited us. If they couldn't smoke before or during their visits. But instead of understanding, they complained about our boundaries, about our lifestyle, about why we didn't let them drop by whenever they wanted. The last jab that my father gave me was, "You can't keep your kids in a bubble." And my reply was, "You're right, I can't, but I can damn sure control what I can. And keeping your smoke away from them is one of those things." That was it. I told him to go to hell. Famous last words to my father, and I have zero regrets. Now, I can't say that these last few years have not been difficult, and it has not been without its setbacks, its second guessing, its constant needing to reaffirm those boundaries. And a lot of things have happened in these 6 years. In the 6 years since I went no contact with my parents, I had another child that have met neither one of my parents. I've had significant life changes and life events. My oldest graduated high school, went to college, joined the Marines, all things that my parents missed out on. And I think the most excruciating thing was that shortly after I went no contact with my parents, my mother was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. And I did lose my mother to this disease. Her passing was tragic, but she made her choices. Despite interventions from my siblings and I, she stayed in that toxic dynamic. My father's negligence may have sped up her decline, but I had to choose a different path from my own family. Since going no contact, I've grown physically, mentally, and emotionally. I've done things I never thought I was brave enough to do. I've broken free from the toxicity and beliefs, and now I'm on a mission to help other women do the same. And again, it's only a conversation, an idea, but it's not a path for everyone. And I truly understand that. But I do want to say, if you're tired of being drained, second guessing your boundaries, and seeing toxic patterns affect your family, you're not alone. There is freedom on the other side. Thank you for listening to this story. You deserve peace, you deserve healing, and you have the power to break the cycle. And I am happy to be the individual to help you in that journey. I know because I've been there, but it's not about me. It's about you. It's about your children, your legacy. And I am a firm believer in doing all that we can to help the next generation have the tools that maybe we were not that fortunate to have growing up too. Again, thank you. I am here. I'm a DM, an email away. So anytime you want to chat, I'm happy to listen. Thank you.